welcome to the first edition of Aurora Public Library's Book Banter. I'm Ann-Bernice
And I'm Chloe Bray. And we are going to be talking about books that made us cry.
Yeah.
So
very sad.
Very sad.
Okay, so the first book is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. It made me cry actually a lot because Patrick Ness is the master of what is this ending going to be, and then he delivers, and you're like, oh no, I was not expecting that, and it's amazing. Yeah, did you like it, Chloe?
Okay, this is one of the books that I kind of disagreed with her about because I thought it was like an amazing book and it was so deep, but I just didn't cry. Like, I didn't feel that same emotional connection that Ann-Bernice felt, but I understand, like, I wanted to cry. Like, this is a really sad book, and I could tell as I was reading it, like, I should be crying right now. This is a sad scene, but I don't know, I couldn't, like, connect to it like that.
That's fair. I have books like that, but I don't know, for me, like, Connor, the monster, there's like 3-4 characters in the book, and they just all break your heart. It's just, you're just like, okay, what's gonna happen? And then it's just, I don't know, I cried. It was beautiful. So read this book.
This is The Skies Everywhere by Jandy Nelson, and I cried a lot in this book. I just thought that the writing was like really poetic and really beautiful, and it's about these two sisters, and it's just really like heart-wrenching. And then I recommended it to Ann-Bernice, and she came back and said that the book made her laugh. So clearly this is not for everyone, but I don't know, why didn't you think it was that sad?
It's like the basis of the storyline is like meant to be sad, but the characters and all of them are just so like out of this world and really funny. Like her uncle in this book is hilarious. Like I couldn't get into her sadness because everybody else was like a ball of sunshine. So I was like, stop being sad. Like it's a good time. But the guy in this is adorable.
Which one? There's two.
Well, the first one, the blonde one, the Javier? Joe? Or the brother?
Joe.
Joe.
Javier.
I don't know. I went for a French name. Joe. He's adorable. But like it's not sad. I don't know. That's my opinion.
I just thought it was really sad. I was crying all the time.
13 Reasons Why. This is a really, really, really sad book. It's gotten a bit of mixed reviews online by some people who think it's like supporting blaming, like, I don't know, it's just their comments are wrong and invalid. This book is really, really sad. It's about this girl and she commits suicide and she leaves 13 tapes for people to like afterwards, and she kind of just tells her story for these 13 tapes. They have to pass it on, and it's like 13 reasons why she killed herself, and it is so good. It's read through number 9. His name is Jay, and like he liked her, I guess, and it is heartbreaking as he's listening to all these tapes and it's like hearing her like slowly break down. It's just like it is beautiful, and the ending is so good. it is a good ending. Yeah,
I think it's just really sad because she's explaining like all these things and all these factors that made her just like completely just really upset about like her life, and a lot of these things were just really like preventable, and she's telling what happened and people were just blatantly saying like they didn't care about her. And it was really
upsetting. It was really good.
Definitely sad.
Yeah,
but really good.
Next book. So this is the book I read, Two Boys Kissing. It is gorgeous. The reason, like, it's not a sad book per se, but just the way it's told. It's in third person through like just people kind of watching over these characters just like from heaven, I guess, and just like the prose and the style of how it's told is just so powerful and moving. Up at the end you're just like, yes. Like it is. So yeah, I cried because it's sad, just because it's so beautiful you can't not cry. Like it moves you to a place. I was so done after this book. I was like, that's it, I'm done reading, this is the best. Like, it was so good.
Okay, so this is a series. The first one is If I Stay, and the second one is Where She Went, and they're by Gail Horman. And basically it's about this girl she's in a car crash with her whole family, and she is like the only one that survives. So it's pretty much just about her like learning to like cope with this and deal with this, and like how do you like move, like how do you keep going like when this happens. And I just thought it was just so beautifully written, and they're pretty short books. I don't know, they're just so like powerful in such a like small like compact book, and it was just like heartbreaking, like what she had to go through and the experiences she has. And yeah, I was just a wreck. Like I could not get through these without crying. Okay, so the next book is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, which is a movie now. I think I haven't seen it.
Yes, I heard it's really good.
But this is like my favorite book of all time. And it's about a girl in the middle of World War II, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's from the point of view of death, which is just a really like different way to write a book.
Yeah. And it works. Like it's beautiful.
It's just so like moving and just everything, like all the characters, I think, and the writing. I don't even know how to. It's one of those books that you have to like read to like fully experience it and just realize like how powerful it is.
So read this book.
Read this book.
Yeah. Marcus Zuzak is an amazing author. Just his other books, like I Am the Messenger, it's not sad, but it is just like it's so moving. Like it's such a good book. Just putting it out there.
The next book is Codename Verity, which is also about World War II, but it is about two friends who are girls, and they're like pilots kind of in World War II. They're in the Air Force, and one of them gets taken as a prisoner of war, and it is just told from the points of view of each girl and their different like stories when they're separated, and the ending is just brutal, and it is just really, really sad, and one of my like all-time favorite books as well. Yeah.
I don't have Every Day with Me by David Levithan, but it is so amazing. Like I love that book, and it's basically about this guy, and he's just like a soul, I guess, or a girl. Yeah, it's kind of just like non-gendered, and every day he changes bodies and like becomes somebody else, and just takes over their life for a day. So he just goes through without making any like changes every day. And then one day he becomes this guy Justin, I think. And he's got a girlfriend named Rhiannon, and he just falls head over heels in love with this girl Rhiannon. So it's about these two like trying to make it work. But he changes bodies every single day, and it's just such a beautiful love story, and it hurts because you want it to work out so badly. You just need to read it because it is glorious.
It didn't make me cry though. I didn't cry.
It didn't make me cry, I don't think, but it was just like so sad.
It was pretty sad.
Because you're just like invested in love. Like it's beautiful. The Fault in Our Stars. We have to talk about that book. Yeah. You start.
Well, I think The Fault in Our Stars is pretty well known by now. It's being made into a movie by the authors John Green, and it is
the saddest book you'll ever read in your entire life.
It is just, I don't know.
Beautiful. Like, I don't know, I didn't used to cry at books that much, and then I was reading this book, and you're like, this is so good. And then, I don't know, like near the end, I hit this like one line, and I just had to close the book and just cry.
It's about two teenagers who have cancer, and they meet in like a cancer support group.
Augustus does not have cancer.
No, he's in remission. And it sounds really like bleak, and why would it, like this is just a really depressing story, but it is just like, it is really uplifting, I think, as much as it's just so sad.
They fall in love as well.
Yeah. And John Green, like, pretty much all of his books are sad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Looking for Alaska, that's also by John Green. That made me cry even more.
I couldn't read it. Yeah. But look at The Fault in Our Stars. If you want like a beautiful, just sad, but just so like bittersweet, I guess it is. It's the book. Like it is the saddest book.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.